weeks out from Dexter Jackson and 8 weeks out from Tampa Pro / NPC Extravaganza. It is Monday, June 14th. Yep. So I did my check-ins with Chris this morning. I'm also working with Rhea Gale for posing, so I sent those posing check-ins to her. But yeah, overall I'm feeling really good. I've really been slacking on filming. I think the last video I uploaded was 12 weeks out, and I am currently editing the 11 weeks out video, which by the time this video is up will be on YouTube. And that was a weekend of training with Chris, my coach, John Irizarry. He's also being coached by Chris, and also Josh Brad. He is one of Chris's clients / team competitive breed coaches. But I've just been so focused on prep and just 100% me, especially since being done with work. My schedule has changed a little bit, so I do apologize for the delay in videos, but I am excited because, you know, the routine was kind of the same. There wasn't a lot of changes between the 11 and the 7 weeks out, you know, today, but this is really like the final stretch. I feel like 7 weeks is still so much time, but it's also flying by. If you saw my Instagram post, I don't know, by the time this is up, like last week, about prep being hard and just hitting that like level of discomfort. I will say that prep has been so freaking easy up until this point. My cardio's been low, my food's been fairly high, my energy's been awesome. I've been on this like high of just loving life, loving prep, knowing that the time is coming, that I've just been in an awesome mood. And it really didn't hit me until this past week. I was supposed to get my period, and I'm fully aware that I'll lose it, but in my mind, I'm not lean enough yet to have lost it. So I had the symptoms of my period coming, like the bloating, water retention, and the weight going up. So initially I wasn't too worried about that. And then, you know, I felt like I wasn't hitting like as close to my macros as possible. If my goal was 40 on fats, I was hitting like 43, 44, 45, like too big of a range. You know, on a regular lifestyle person, that's not that far off, but for how close I am, I was just starting to get really nitpicky. I was seeing the water retention and the bloating, and I just, for the first time this whole prep, was like, am I gonna be lean enough in 7 weeks? I hated everything I saw in the mirror, which just, it sounds so bizarre to say because I've been understanding and committed to the process this whole time and have never felt that way. But for the first time, I was like, I don't see what everyone else sees. People are saying, you're lean, you look great, you're going to be ready, blah, blah, blah. And I would look in the mirror and be like, this isn't enough. Which, you know, it's just hard to admit now because I feel like I sound ridiculous now that I'm feeling a lot better and see the progress again. But it was just a really tough week. I was wearing oversized t-shirts to the gym every day, and fam, gets really hot. You know, you want to take your shirt off halfway into your session, and I just felt so uncomfortable doing it. Like I wasn't happy in my skin. I was self-conscious, and yeah, the prep goggles were real. But we are on track. We're on schedule for our 7 weeks out. The rough timeline that Chris estimated, you know, back at the start of prep, we're hitting those goals. I think that's another reason why I was feeling down about myself, is because I hit that low of 143, which is where we should have been around that 7 week out mark. And then with my supposed to be period that didn't come, and my weight going up, I was just like, holy shit, I'm working backwards. So I think that played into some of my stress as well. And I know the scale isn't crazy important. The judges don't know what you weigh. They don't know your fucking body fat percentage, but just all these things, I started getting really nitpicky. But all that aside, we were on time. We're on schedule with our timeline. We usually do refeeds after my period, my cycle ends. So with being on time around that 7 week mark and my cycle supposed to be ending, we were on schedule for a diet break. So I had a 3-day refeed on Thursday. It was about 375 grams of carbs. I went and got froyo, and it was probably the best thing I had eaten this entire prep. Like, I didn't think I needed it. Chris said get froyo, and it was, I could have cried happy tears eating it. It was fucking incredible. And 40 fat, 160 protein, so my protein fat was the same. The second day was 300, I want to say, carbs. I'd have to go back and look. I don't have my phone on me. 300 carbs maybe, 40 fat, 160 protein, I think. And then the last day was 240 carbs, 45 fat, 160 or 155 protein. And I actually went out and got sushi. I tracked that. I just had a roll, some sashimi, and weighed out some hibachi chicken. They brought it out, and I just like weighed the rice, the chicken, and the veggies separately. So that was really good. My body needed it. My body lives for carbs. I dropped all that water that I was retaining. I felt so much better the day after the froyo. I felt so much leaner. And mentally I felt a lot better. I'm feeling good already. Just seeing my body responding to that made me feel a lot better mentally. Not even just like getting to eat the food, but seeing how my body responded to the food is kind of like the mental reassurance that I needed. So yesterday was Sunday. It was my first day on our new macros. So he gave me the 3-day refeed, and it said these are your new macros going forward. So my rest days will now be 100 grams of carbs, 155 protein, and 45 fat. We hit 145.6 or something this morning. I don't know. I just put it in my spreadsheet, and I try not to get too attached to those numbers. But either way, I'm not down to my 143 again yet, but I think with the new macro adjustments, I will be there shortly. Leg day is the only training session that I feel I've been struggling. I kind of hit that wall really early in my session. My usual loads are just heavy as shit. Everything feels difficult and I'm gassed. So mandatory 25 grams of intra-workout carbs from Gatorade on my leg training sessions. The tire definitely hits sooner in the day compared to other days. I think a lot of that was from the mental like stress and everything going on. But I've been taking the time to just relax. Like I went to the beach a few times over the weekend and just chill the fuck out and focus on this process and what I'm doing. Posing with Rhea has been going great. We've only had one session together online, and then she was at FAM for a seminar, and I just feel better and better with posing every week. So everything's coming along, and I feel really good about the fact that we're 7 fucking weeks out. It's crazy, we're in the single digits. I will keep everyone posted with more updates to come. Full day of eating coming soon with my new macros, and yeah, it's Monday. We'll see what Chris says regarding check-ins and go from there.